The other day, I was listening to a call-in show that Dr. Umar Johnson was participating in. And I don't know if it was at his place or someone else's place, but he was taking calls, and somebody asked him about the ADOS movement. And when asked about the thoughts, he said he respected the movement, but he highly disagreed with it because he's a Pan-African. And being a Pan-African, he felt that one of the main things was that the Pan-African is one identity. And ADOS is pretty much trying to fix its identity into one unique group separate from the others. And then for those who want to see the full video, I'll post it here. But at the same time, one of the other things he's saying is that his FMG Academy, FDMG Academy, will be wanting to unite Black Brazilians, Africans, Black British, all of these Black people into one group, because divided we fall, united we stand, divided we fall. Let me give a shout out to another brother who I really respect on here. Pharaoh said that. He said something very similar. And let me take this position that Dr. Umar Johnson and Pharaoh said that, two very intelligent brothers. In a perfect world, they are right. Black people should be united. You will get no argument from me on that statement if we lived in a perfect world. We'll never get no argument from me. But then the question that I retort is, what kind of world do African Americans, or those who are hashtag ADOS, what world do they live in? For those of you who are Pan-African and you know anything about Pan-African history, let me make it simple. There is a leader of Rwanda named Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame, born in 1957, fled to Uganda, was a part of the Uganda army, was a militia fighter. So really you can say that Kagame has more of a Ugandan experience than a Rwandan experience because he was there for so long. But in 94, he came back with the troops back into the country. And after many people of his tribe were even killed, Kagame, who took over in 2000, united both ethnic groups. The Hutu and the Tutsi, I believe, is what they call themselves. And one would argue, look at Rwanda now. Look at how it's ran. Look at how clean it is. Look at how organized it is. Could Paul Kagame do that worrying about Uganda? Could he do that worrying about Tanzania, Burundi, Kenya? Paul Kagame focused on the people that he deals with first. That is the Rwandans. His unique fixture of Africa was not even built on African models itself, but he was looking at Singapore as a model example. He looked at South Korea. See, all of these particular places that he studied was only for his country, not for Africa. In fact, he's been accused, not to say this is true, but doing harmful things to the Congolese and other parts and stuff like that. But I'm not getting into that. What am I saying here? Even Kagame's fixture of Rwanda isn't a Pan-African approach. He worried about his people. Now, I want to get back to being a Pan-African. In a perfect world, he's right, Umar. In a perfect world, Pharaoh said that is right. But we do know that many of these people that come to the United States, why do they come in the first place? Usually. Outside of the elite, we know the elite come over here to go to school and maintain their status. Okay. But see, everybody who comes to America is not elite. Some of them may be educated and very bright, but some of them have to work their way up from nothing. But why do they come here? Why do you see so many Africans or Ethiopians working at the airports or at parking garages or places like that? Do you know why? Because their own people would not give them an opportunity. Well, there's tribalism in Africa, Oshay. How do you explain that? Okay, I'll give you even better. What about in places where you have states, in Igbos, Delta State, Anambra State, Imo State, Unugu? Those states that are ran by their own people in Nigeria and other countries like that are ran by tribes or the North, they're trying to get away from their own people. And if you cannot unite with your own people in Africa, what do you think is going to happen when they come to America? All of a sudden, these people who are trying to free their homeland and go to Britain, free their homeland and go to Hong Kong, many Africans are coming to Poland. You expect us to have a Pan-African identity with these people? They have a beef with their own folks. So you cannot expect such a people to put differences aside and work with African Americans. And the only fools that would participate in that is us. Because sure, anybody will take an opportunity if you give it to them. Oh yeah, I can come into America and say that I'm African American. I can get into the schools and get into scholarships of stuff that my ancestors have come into. And I can keep my dual citizenship and keep my tribalism stuff and continue to exclude myself from African Americans. See, you know, and shout out to Black Patriarch. He shows all of these Haitian American organizations that they have. All of the Nigerian American associations they have, which do not include us. Professional Black African caucuses that don't include us. Which I don't have no problem with that. Me personally, I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's a beautiful thing. You want to give scholarships to your people, then do that. But you're not going to tell me that we can't do the same to you. And this is why Pan-Africanism, to me, is a failed concept. Because how long are you going to wait for black people to unite? If black people are going to unite, the people who have the most to lose, see, we got to get out of this. Oh, because we all have been oppressed by the same person, we need to be friends. Fuck that. Okay, you were oppressed by the white man and I'm oppressed by the white man, but that don't mean me and you see eye to eye, because we don't. We still got unique and different experiences. You can expect me, I'm going to unite with a black Brazilian because his oppressor was Portuguese and mine was British or American. All of a sudden we supposed, listen, that don't make no damn sense. Because at the end of the day, he sees himself uniquely different from me. And that's the problem with black Americans. Back in the days, you know, Caribbeans and other people in those communities, they integrated into our communities. You know, 70, 50 years ago. But that's not the case now. They want to be looked at different. They only want to be in these communities when it benefits them. I.e., certain people with Brexit founders and they Caribbean. See, you can be Caribbean when it fits you. But now when you have an opportunity to influence African Americans, no, you can be black now. Fuck that. No. Absolutely not. We don't live in the perfect world. And you cannot unite with people who don't want to be united. And this is what hashtag ADOS is about. It's about black Americans first. And everybody's afraid of that. And that is what we need. We should not be concerned about Nigeria or Ghana or any of those other places. They have talented enough people to be worried about that. Paul Kagame is worried about Rwanda. Paul Kagame is not worried about Nigeria. He's not worried about Tunisia. He's worried about what he can control. And let me tell you this, the only way you can get black unity, like I think like Dr. Umar is talking about, you got to have one dictator. And I think he said something that was kind of, interesting when he said, and anybody who coming with the other stuff is kicked out. Come on, brother, kicked out of where? Let's be serious here. Kicked out of where are you gonna kick him out? And see, I mean, again, I respect his position as a Pan-Africanist, but the other groups don't take that approach as serious as he does. Whenever I hear blacks need to be united, I hear from African Americans, it comes out of sincerity. I believe that the brother Umar Johnson believes that. When Pharaoh said that, the elder, when he says it, I believe that he means that from the bottom of his heart. He want to see black people do better. I believe that Dr. Umar Johnson wants to see the same. But whenever you hear black immigrants say it, they say it because they want something from us. We ought to be united. Why? Because they benefit in some way. It's never, we need to be united because we love you. We need to be united because, it's always out of some kind of benefit from their group. They want to be united because it helps them do things. And we cannot continue to be foolish with that. That's why hashtag ADOS, that's why it serves a purpose. Because how long are we going to continue to be replaced? Talking about it's Pan-Africanism. The people who are trying to replace people in the black community are the most dangerous ones because they look like us, they can sound like us, and they don't have no connection to us. So we cannot be on that Pan-African thing in a world that's not perfect. In a perfect world, Umar Johnson's right. But this world is not perfect. So that's my response to that comment. I think the brother is very talented. He's very smart. I just disagree with him on that. But, African Americans can't just continue to look out for other people and nobody look out for us. Because, the African Union don't look out for us. No country in Africa looks out for us. Individually, somebody like Umar Johnson has connections and stuff like that. He can go to Africa and, he might be able to pull some strings, but the average brother cannot. So we cannot keep opening our arms to people who don't do it back. I'm sorry. And that's my response to Dr. Umar. So, brothers, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the video. Shout out to, check out this channel. I'm going to leave this channel below. A brother named Pharaoh said that. He probably doesn't know who I am, but the brother is very talented. I want you to go put his channel in the first comment. Older brother out of Chicago. I've been watching this stuff. Shout out to George Macon because I've been checking him out for a minute. But the brother is talented. I want you guys to go check out Pharaoh Said That YouTube channel. Let him know Oshay sent you. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.